To install Valence to your IBM I system, you're going to first need to go to CNX's website to get the installer application. And so I'll do that now by going to cnxcorp.com. And then in the upper right hand corner here, you'll see there's a downloads link. Click that. And then at the top of the list, assuming that you're a first-time downloader or installer, you'll want to get the latest version. And I highly recommend reading the forum notes, which is sort of like the release notes and more technical information here at this link. And when you're ready, come back and click the download button. And you'll have to read through the license agreement and agree to that. You can also sign up for our newsletters. And then you'll have to give us a valid email address so we can send you a link for verification. I'll just put my email address in here. And then the operating system that you're going to use to perform the actual installation, either a Mac or Windows. I'm using a Windows system here, so I'll choose Windows. And then what IBM I operating system are you installing to? In my case, I'm using a test system that has 7.2 on it, so I'll choose that one. And then when you click Show Me the Download, it's going to send a link to your email. So I'll go and open up my email now to see if I have that link. And there it is. I'll click that link and it'll open another page with the authorization for me to begin the download. So I'll click that button. All right. So it's downloading now. It looks like it's going to take a few minutes, so I'll fast forward to the end when the download is complete and we'll go from there. Okay, the download is ready and it's a signed executable, so all you need to do is launch it. And I'm going to minimize these browser windows in the background here so it's more clear. There we go. So we have a number of screens to go through, and the first one is just information about what the installer is going to do. There's some information here if you have any technical difficulties. I would say, more than 90% of the time, you don't need to worry about any of this. You can just continue on, and then maybe if you have an installer issue, you can come back to this and look at it in more detail. So for now, we'll just click Next. So now we're on the license section, agree to the license, next. Now we have to sign in. So this is going to start a remote connection to the IBM I system that you're installing to. In my case, I'm going to use cnxtestx.cnxcorp.com, an internal test system. And then I'm going to use QSEC offer, and I highly recommend that you do use QSEC offer if you have the password for that, or at a minimum, some other profile that has security officer authority. All right, so we'll go ahead and sign in. And now Valence, or the installer, is detecting that this is a fresh install, brand new to this particular system. If it detected that Valence was already installed, it would prompt you to perform an update. So, and this is the simple case, so we'll just click Install. And the first thing it's going to do is upload a large save file to the system. It's saying here it might take like 7 or 8 minutes. I'm on a VPN connection to this particular test system. If you're local to the system, this can go very fast. So I'm going to let the installer do all of its stuff, uploading the save file and performing all the installation steps. And then I'll come back at the end when it's done to show you what that looks like. Okay, assuming that the installation completed normally, this is the screen that you will get. And this title is pretty important. It says Installation Complete and Verified. That means the installer thinks it finished normally and it was able to actually communicate with Valence on the IBM I side when the installer was done. If you get something like installation complete and unverified, or installation failed, and you might get some more information down here, try to leave this screen open if you need to contact CNX for support, because we can ask you to click the show log button and ask you some questions about what's in that log. But this looks normal, so you can just click this link. Okay, assuming that you get this login page, this typically means that Valence is installed and we're running directly off of the IBM I. So I'll go ahead and log in with a QSEC offer. At this point, you can log in with any valid IBM I user profile and password. So when I log in, I should see what we call the launch pad, where I can launch a whole bunch of apps from. And that's it. It looks like the installation is complete and normal. And now about the installer executable, you can either save that installation. Here it is. You can either save this installer to install on other systems and partitions, or you can just merely put it in the trash. The only reason that you had to use it was to install to IBM i, and from this point forward, everything is done directly from the IBM i, just using your browser. You don't have to use anything on your actual PC or Mac. If you have any problems with the installation, please email support@cnxcorp.com and we'd be really glad to help you out.